Entertainment, and Karen at Unibank for always being supportive with goodies, and today she has provided a lovely pizza lunch for everybody for free, which was nice. We have a lovely mom over there with a smile balloon donated by our very own finance director, Jean, for a nice raffle, so please put your name in. And on Tuesday, it's a new program, so I just want everybody to know, the fire department is coming down here to provide a free pancake breakfast for Fire Safety Month. Nice. So, come on, you get to see the chief in the apron flipping some pancakes. It's gonna be a nice event. So without further ado, as you know, our entertainment is always a surprise. We have the magnificent mentalist, Christopher Grace.
Okay, so as Patrice said, I am a mentalist. A lot of people ask me, what is a mentalist? Does anybody know what a mentalist is? I'll tell you. Somebody said read minds. I heard that. A mentalist is basically a magician, but in your head. So think magic of the mind games, psychological mind play, reading people, anything that law enforcement would love to have. Exactly. Speaking of which, we asked them to come specifically in case there were any hecklers in the room. Exactly, right? So let's get started with something very easy. As a mentalist, I don't have the luxury of being able to rehearse in advance like a magician would or a musician would, where you could practice songs, play your guitar, play your drums, whatever you're doing. I have to actually warm up and rehearse right in front of you. So, because every audience is new, every reaction and action is new. So I have to kind of do things for the first time. So you get to see everything fresh. And that's the beauty of being a mentalist, is that every show, I'm not going to tell you who that is. He does, yeah. Every show that I do, even if it's the same audience the next day, it's a completely different show. Because your minds change a little bit every day. So, we're going to play a little game. It's very simple. This is kind of like a calibration thing to see how well we're going to do throughout the rest of the afternoon. So if you do have something small, like a coin or a piece of jewelry, or you got a rolled up cupcake wrapper, I don't care, take that and hide it in one of your hands. Do that now. Anything, it doesn't matter. I use a quarter, but you can use whatever you like.
Not Liberace.
The entire cupcake does not count. It has to hide in your hand. A bottle cap, something small like a coin, or an earring, piece of jewelry. That's all right. Okay, once you have the item and it's in one of your hands, I want you to take both of your hands and put it behind your back, just like that. No offense, guys. And once the item is behind your back with both hands, I want you to pick a hand to hide it in. And as soon as you've chosen a hand that is random, it's 50-50, it could be, bring both hands out in front, just like this. I'm going to try to determine which hand the item that you're holding is in. To do that, I'm going to ask some basic questions. And because there's a lot of us here, I can't really do this one-on-one because we'll be here all day, so I'm going to eliminate a large group of the audience pretty much right away. So, if you are right-handed, and the item that you're holding is in your right hand, just raise your hand for me. Good? Everybody with your hands up, you can relax, you're out of the game. That is it's a stereotypical thing that people do. If you're right-handed, you put it in the right hand. If you're left-handed, you put it in the left hand. The majority of people are right-handed, so we eliminate the right-handed person. I'm right-handed myself, probably would have done the same thing. Okay, those of you who are still playing, hands back behind your back. Pick a hand, again, could be the same hand or switch, it's up to you. And when you are ready, you feel like it's random choice, bring both hands out in front. Same as before. Okay. Now, those of you who are still playing, just raise your hand so I can see where you are. Keep your hand up. Just one. Now, everybody with your hand open like this. You're out of the game. Because it's in the other hand. All right, who's still playing now that we've eliminated a big number of their audience? See how few people we have left now? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. The 9 of you, put your hands behind your back one more time. This is the last one, third and final round. When you're ready, bring both hands out in front after you've chosen a hand. Very good. Very good, very good. What is your name?
Chris.
Chris? What's my name? Is it Christine?
Yeah.
Christine? Is it in your right hand, Christine?
No.
No, it's just a guess. It's 50-50. I have no idea. It was literally just a guess. So it's in your left hand, obviously. You can stay in the game for now. Ma'am, right here, what is your name?
Francis.
Francis? Francis, my mother's middle name. Is that in your right hand?
Yes.
See, it's just a guess. Not right for you, right for you. You are out of the game. It's in your left. Is it in your right hand?
No.
No? Very good. So it's in the left hand. You can stay in for now. And your name?
Janet.
Janet is in your right hand?
No.
See, you can stay in as well. Who did I miss over there? What's your name?
Sandy?
Sandy? Let's see. Right hand.
Nope.
I have no idea. It's just a guess. Just a guess. And will you still play?
Yes.
Can I see your hands just like that? Put them towards me. In your left hand. Thank you very much. You're out of the game. And your name?
Ken.
Ken or Ken?
Ken.
Right hand. Left hand. Good. Good. We got a couple back there. What's your name?
Joanne.
Joanne. You're out of the game. Left hand.
Yes.
Thank you. And you, sir, what's your name?
John.
John, right hand.
No.
No? Left hand? It's amazing. Okay. Everybody that's still playing, this is the last and bonus round, sort of. I might have missed one of you. I apologize. If you can, we can play again. All right. Actually, was it in your left hand?
Yes.
Yeah, you're out. Okay. Everybody else, hands behind your back that are still playing, the ones that I missed, that I got wrong. When you're ready, bring your hands out. And this is the last one, I promise. All right, let's see. I did, yeah. This is the bonus round because I got a few more wrong than I imagined. Let me see here.
They say bring them out?
In the back again, what was your name?
Sandy?
In right hand this time?
Nope.
You're good. It's Chris, right? Left hand?
Yep.
Thank you, you're out. Kent, left hand? Thank you, you're out, Kent. How about this guy? Is it left hand?
No.
Nope, right hand. Very good. Okay, so we have one there, and one here is in your left hand. Thank you very much, you are out. Over here, oh, all of you are still playing. Let's see, I forgot, I missed most of you. You know what? Let's just eliminate the whole table. We're all way too tough for me. Who over here, I missed you, right?
No, you didn't.
I got it right or got it wrong?
No, wrong.
Got it wrong? Would you come up here for a second?
Okay.
Give her a round of applause. See, like I said, all of this is kind of like guessing, but this one is a little different. What was the item that you were holding? Are you earring? Okay, can you put it in your pocket for now, just to keep it out of the way? I'm going to give you a quarter. We're going to do this again, just you and me. Take that for me. Would you mind standing right here, and you're going to face me? Okay, that way the majority of everybody can see. I apologize for you guys back there.
That's fine.
All right, take the quarter, put it behind your back, and pick a hand. All right, when you're ready, bring both hands out in front. Don't give me any clues to where it is. So don't make one hand higher than the other. Right? Don't turn one hand around. Don't make one hand super tight and one very light, because this hand will start turning red. Right? And the other one will look different, then I'll just know. Don't look at the hand that it's in, it's obvious. And don't bring one hand out first and then the second one after. Bring them both at the same time, okay? I'm trying to eliminate all the chances that you can give me to figure out where that is.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, bring your hands up. Okay? Now separate them for me just a little bit. Bring them up just like this. And think about where it is. Think if it's here and think if it's here, okay? Now there are a lot of different ways you can tell just by talking to somebody certain things. You know, it's basically like lie detection, but not as the type you'd see in like the movies or on TV shows. So You are right-handed? Right-handed? And can I ask your age?
53.
53. It's in your right hand, right? Okay, let me see. And that's 1. Let's do it again. Hands behind your back. Pick a hand. When you're ready, bring them out. You want me to get it wrong, okay? So you don't want me to pick the obvious hand. It's up to you to determine what's obvious or not. So whenever you're ready, bring them up. This time I'm not going to ask you any questions, and I won't even look at you. I just want you to think about where it is. Think if it's here, and think if it's here. Now typically people usually pick the same hand twice in a row, because they think alternating is too obvious, so which is why it's still in the right hand.
It worked over there.
It did, yeah. And now it's just you and me. Everybody else is out. Just one mind and one mind. I can't read 50 minds at once. Okay, hands behind your back, pick a hand. All right, you want me to get it wrong, so remember it was in the right hand twice. Okay? It would make sense for you to switch at this point. You don't have to, but I know that you know that, and you know that I know that, so you know that I know that you're probably going to keep it in the right hand, but you know that I know that you know that, so you're probably going to switch. So, if you want to keep it in the right hand, that's fine, even though it's obvious, but if you switch to the left hand, that's even more obvious. So,
This is a no-win.
you're screwed, basically, yeah. When you're ready, bring your hands up. All right? Okay, just think about where it is. Perfect. Okay, think here and think here. Do you know where it is?
It's in her right hand.
Right hand? You are right. You're right. Why do you think that?
I
Because
can't
you just
remember my
messed my
secret.
head
That's true. That's true. It is in the right hand. He was right. Let's throw him.
Because you
in
just
both.
messed my head up so much.
That's it. Give you one more shot.
Kinda glanced at
No, because now
Yeah, I
you
did.
can move to my
And she
left.
kind of looked at her right hand. I saw it, yeah. One more time. One more time. Don't
Try to
look at
look
the
at him.
hand. Don't look at me. Don't look at the hand. Just look at the ceiling. That's probably the best way to do it. One more time. Or look at a random object in the back. Like pick a number on the board over there. 37? It was 37?
All the stress.
That would have been amazing though if you did. Yeah, it's 37. Okay, when you're ready, bring your hands back up. All right, good.
Oh, that's how you figure
Where is it?
your age.
It's still in her right hand.
You think so? It's still in there? You think it's in this hand? Think here?
No, I can't.
No, don't look at me. Why do you think it's in the right hand?
Just the obvious choice.
It's true. It's too obvious though. And it was 3 times in a row. That means this hand's empty. There. That's 4. Moving on.
Can't outsmart him.
Yes.
So that was kind of that was actually just a test to see how the rest of the show is going to go. Gives me an idea on what things are going to look like, and so far I'm not too excited. And actually, I think it's going to go well. So I have something kind of special here. This is an envelope with some black duct tape on it. Can I give it to the officer here to hold on to? You can guard that for me, please, if you don't mind. All right. And I have some cards. I'm going to give a few to each table. So give a few to you guys here. There should be one for roughly everybody. If there's too many, just pass them to the next table, if you don't mind. And I'll give you guys a few as well. All right. And if you have your own pens or pencils, you're welcome to use them. That's okay, I got a few. I'll give you guys some as well. I do have a lot more papers if you need them. Here, this one. Okay. Not yet, not yet. I'll give you some directions in just a minute. If we need any more, let's yep, you can take those and pass them to the next table once you're done with them. Can I give you guys some as well? Would you mind just taking whatever you need and passing them to the rear tables? You guys need more as well? Yep, there's a bunch right there. Just pass them around for me. You can pass them right behind you. And does anybody need a pencil?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll let you guys share one, pass them around. We should have a bunch more papers. Okay. Pencils, pens?
Yeah. Do you have an extra
Pencil
one?
for you? Pencil for you as well. Anybody else? I got one more. Would you mind, Patrice, passing that back there? Okay. I'm out of pencils myself, but if you can share, okay? So here's what I'd like you to do. On the piece of paper, on the line side or the blank side, it's up to you. I want you to write down your first and last name in big, clear capital letters, okay? Do not let me see these. I won't be looking at them. But once you've done that, we'll go on to the next step. Okay. Patrice, do we have a small bowl or something that I can collect these into? Once you have your name, below that I'd like you to write your birthday, just the month and day. 2 numbers, so I'm January 4th, so I do 1/4. Nice and easy. And below your birthday, I'd like you to write a fact about yourself. It could be anything you like. I have 16 kids, whatever you want. All right? Or I have a dog named Spot. Anything you want. As long as it has some specificity to it, please do that. Like, I live in Douglas on Main Street, something like that. You don't have to write those specific things, they're just examples. And once you've done that, I'd like you to fold your card in half twice with your information on the inside of the card so I can't see it. Okay? Yeah, 1 fact about yourself. Like, I have a cat named Pongo, whatever you want. As long as it's about you, that's all that matters. Oh, sure, yeah, please. And once you have folded your papers, I'll come around and collect them. Just hold them up and I'll come get them.
He's our security, got it.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch the envelope. You can throw those in there. Perfect. Okay, good. Throw those in there. Perfect. Anybody ready over here? Good. Yep. Yep. Just like that. Perfect. Anything you want. Anything you want. I went to school in Canada. Anything. A fact about yourself. Yeah, you can throw the pencil in there. Would you mind plugging the gentleman behind there? Yeah, just grab those out.
Roll them twice? Twice.
Okay.
This one's my pen.
Anybody else? Be right there. Be right there. Good. Good. Good.
Over here.
I'm coming. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. You all set? Good. Guys over here, good. Take your time. Anybody else?
I thought you people were doing it wrong. Am I allowed to touch them?
Yeah, you're fine.
They were worried I was going to mess
Oh, no. You're good.
Sandy goes, touching them.
Yep, there you go. Everybody good? Okay. All right, perfect. Okay. Now, the demonstration I'm going to do is something that goes back to the early 1900s, and late 1800s. It was primarily performed throughout New England and the United Kingdom, specifically England itself. And it was a demonstration commonly known as the Oracle Act. And you've heard of the Oracle of Delphi? Things like that. So you would go to the Oracle, ask them a question, and they would give you an answer to whatever you were looking for. It got a little different around the early 1900s because it was around the time of World War I, when a lot of people were very upset because a lot of their family was dying in a war. So they went to mediums, they went to psychics, they went to clairvoyants and spiritualists and asked questions. Anything they could get to get some type of contact with the other side of our existence, if that even was a possibility. Most were hardened skeptics and didn't believe any of this, somewhat like myself. I don't really believe in a lot of that stuff. But I think it's very interesting because the people that were doing this around that time were charlatans, were fakers, cheaters, liars. Essentially, they were magicians, which is an entertainment, but they were switching it and making it personal and attaching it to people's emotions and, you know, their families and taking advantage of their sadness, essentially. And it still happens today. You can watch any medium TV show or psychic investigation show, and you're going to see techniques that, my God, they look amazing. How did he know all these things? But it's magic. And I don't mean magic from the ethers. I mean magic from conjuring. Conjuring meaning tricks, sleight of hand, legerdemain, prestidigitation, things like that. And I'm going to show you what this would look like if you came back with me to the early 1900s. We were in a hall, and it would typically be in a church hall, someplace in a basement that was kind of thrown together at the last minute, but very carefully choreographed so it looked and felt a certain way. And we're not going to do any dark stuff. That's why I asked you to just write a fact about yourself, things like that. So nothing too deep. Everything that you're about to see in the next several minutes involve around 3 specific things. 1, I don't know any of you. This is very important. I don't know any of you. I've never met any of you before, including the people that brought me here. I've never met them before, and I only spoke to them very briefly on the phone. Is that correct?
Correct.
And never did I once ask you any information about any single person that was coming to this room, or what their names were, where they were from, nothing like that. The only thing I knew was that it was in Douglas, there was going to be about 50 or so people, and the cops would be in attendance. Just in case we got out of line. So, I'm going to be picking on you guys all day. It's okay, it's okay.
Or we get paid for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, Catherine give you a tip.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. So there's the second part of this is so first, I don't know you and I don't know anything about you. The second part is I cannot see these pieces of paper or questions, so that's why I ask you to fold them and sometimes fold them twice. I will not be looking at these until after I say something and only confirm that it's true or false. And third, and final, and probably the most important part, I do not believe for a second, even with the tiniest bit of my being, that I am psychic in any way, shape, or form. Even the tiniest bit psychic. And everybody believes, well, not everybody, excuse me, I think a lot of people think that they are just a tiny bit psychic. They maybe have some intuition. When the phone rings, they know who it is ahead of time without using caller ID. It's a relatively common feeling that people have, just a general awareness. I don't believe I have any of that, aside from what I've learned over the last 20 or so years doing this kind of work. So let's get started. Okay. I'm going to grab one of the pieces of paper and crumple it up into a ball. Whatever impressions I get from that, I will relay them back to you. So you can see that I'm not looking into the bowl, right? I can't even find where the bowl is. Okay. All right. Okay, let's do this one.
I don't think I have.
I'm getting some initials. It's coming from a lady, which is majority here today. And FJ or JF? FJ, I think, is the first one. FJ? Is it F? You're Francis, right? You told me your name earlier? Okay. Did you tell me your last name?
Yoda.
Joda? Okay. And were you born in June?
Yes.
June. The 16th?
Right.
Right. Okay. And you have grandchildren?
Yes.
Do you have great-grandchildren?
Yes.
Okay. Your fact was something very, very simple. I love my grandchildren. I love my great-grandchildren.
Correct.
That's what you wrote?
God.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Give a round of applause. Very good. Okay, let's grab another one.
Wow. Can we see the paper that you probably threw away?
Yes, absolutely. We're gonna all be in
Can we see it now?
watch the show. DC? DC, right here?
I have to say it.
Your initials are DC? You're Diane?
I am.
Is it COP?
It is.
COPP though.
Yes.
Very good. You were born in December.
I was.
End of the month.
Yes.
Did you get treated with the birthday for Christmas
Yes.
and Christmas birthday? I hate that. I was born January 4th, so I'm 9 days after, so I just made the cutoff. But one of my nephews was born on December 25th, and it's awful for them. So we make sure we do stuff for him way ahead of time. But you were born after Christmas, the 27th.
Yes.
27th. And you were born in, or lived or grew up in where I grew up.
Where did you grow up?
Well, I'm from Marlborough now, but I grew up in Quincy.
I was born in Quincy.
Yeah, I grew up in Quincy Point. Quincy
Oh, well, I was born at Quincy Hospital.
There you go. There you go. So that was what it was?
That's what I wrote down.
Quincy. There you go. Very good. Give her a round of applause, please. And she was skeptical.
Do me, do
Skeptical, so-
me. Thank you.
Okay, let's grab a different one here.
If he says JC now.
That'll mess them up.
Okay, got another one here. Let's go with the initials. I think it's a man this time. Man. And JC? JC? Are you John?
Yes.
John? Okay. Is it? I can't see your last. Don't tell me your last name. I can't see it just yet. Is it CE something? CE?
Yes.
CER? Another R? A? I'm lost on the rest of it. What's your last name?
Cerrito.
Cerrito. Okay, I was close enough. And you were born in January,
Yes.
before me. I'm 85. The year 85. Yeah. You were born in the what year?
55.
55. So you were 30 when I was born. But I'm January 4th. You're January 5th.
Yes.
January 5th. There you go. Oh, wait, you're an artist.
Yes.
You're an artist. Very good. Thank you very much, John. Give John a round of applause. John? Yep, very good. All right. And I know you don't believe me here. Check it again. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Close enough, Joanne.
Yeah, right.
Well, I didn't grab one. Getting names without touching them. No, I don't want that one. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. JL? JL? Where are you? Oh, right there. Is it Jean? Jean? You don't spell it the normal way, do you?
I think it's normal.
I guess a more traditional way.
Okay, it's French.
French, yes. Is Jean. That's not you, though. Yours almost looks like Jeanne, or
Yeah.
Jeanne.
Correct.
Okay. You born in November? It's weird. Sometimes I get stuff wrong. It happens. Was it October?
Yes.
Okay. 28th?
No.
No. See, I'm having a hard time with that for some reason.
Most people do.
It's okay. It's okay.
Whatever.
You didn't write down a fact about yourself. You just wrote down a fact
About me.
about you.
About me. Well, I consider it a fact.
Gee, no playing with them.
No, it's okay. Totally fine. Not 28th, 18th.
Correct.
There we go. 18th. And something about World Smile Day. Is that your fact?
Yes.
Is it just that you wrote it's World Smile Day or something?
No, I celebrate World
Oh, you celebrate. Okay, well, it's good enough. Good enough. So, thank you very much. Give her a round of applause. Yeah.
There we go.
Lori, how are we doing over this part? Right?
So far, so good.
Okay.
You have to work for a politician.
JC? Another JC. So Joanne. Joanne. Same last name, Serrata. Right? You just wrote one word.
Yes.
No, she wrote Joanne in your last name, then your birthday,
Correct.
and then one word.
One word.
Hold on. Put that right there for now. You're born in May
Correct.
5th,
Correct.
57.
Correct.
What was the word?
Happy.
Oh my God.
That was thinking awesome.
Happy, very good.
Thank you for doing me.
Okay. It's good to have a skeptic in the room. Oh, let's grab a different one. I can't do all of them because we'll be here all day and I have more stuff I want to show you, but I'll do a couple more.
That's awesome.
KL. It was Kelly, right?
No.
No, is there a Kelly?
Another Kelly here, another KL. I don't
There's
know.
another KL?
Yeah.
Oh, are you Kelly?
No.
You look like Kelly.
Male or female?
I don't know. Kelly can be both. Who's Landers? What's your first name?
Kathy.
Kathy.
Close.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
it's close.
Last name.
Your fact is about your family,
Yes,
not your children.
correct.
It's your siblings.
Yeah,
Are you the youngest?
no,
Okay. Are the oldest?
yes.
It's one or the other. I knew you weren't in the middle. You weren't in the middle. You weren't in the middle. You're one. I think you said you're one of X number of
Yes.
children. Typically, people when they write stuff like that, they don't write "I'm one of 2 children" because it's kind of boring. Honestly, no offense. There's more children in your family, but it's not like a weird high number. You know, I'm not like one of 16 children or nothing like that.
Right.
You're one of 4.
Correct.
One of 4. I can't see your birthday though. What is your birthday?
May 1.
That's correct. Thank you very much, Kathy. Give her a round of applause. Going. I think she gets the point. Another Jane name. Could be Janet.
Janice.
Janet.
Janet.
You're Janet?
Yes.
Janet.
And there's Janet.
There's another Janet?
Two Janets.
Let me see. There. I'm going to go based on the birthday for this one. Okay?
jeez.
This is your birthday. Okay, we'll go with that. The birthday that I have is 4/13/32.
No. That's old.
Nobody?
No, it's 1:30.
1/13/32. Okay. Take your word for it. Probably know more than I do.
She was there.
She was there. Your fact is about children or grandchildren or great-grandchildren or something like that? This was a good color to pick for your question, right?
Yeah.
Did you write your question down in blue marker?
Yes.
You did? Okay. You have 2 great-grandchildren?
Right.
I'll take that. So, thank you very much. That's her. Nobody's going to believe that one, so I'm going to show you.
Okay, I can see what he thought it was for.
But does it look like a 4?
Yeah.
It's got a scribble in front of it.
Okay. Let's just do one more. One more. I'll try to do this one without touching one. Be a little bit harder. It might take me a little longer. I might stumble more, but whatever. Let me just get a feel for it. Yeah. This does nothing. It just adds effect. LS. LS. Oh, right there, right in front. This is Linda. Linda. You were born in December?
Yes.
16th.
Yes.
Your last name is Santee?
Yes.
Santee. And you are a teacher,
Yes.
not an academic teacher,
Correct.
more of like a physical education type thing. But Tai Chi. You teach Tai Chi.
Yes.
Tai Chi. There you go. Thank you very much. don't have anything to give you, because I didn't grab one this time, so it's all out of hand. Apologize for not proving myself. Okay, let's move on. Now, I brought some books with me. I like to do a lot of different things with books, and this is one of them, honestly. When I was in school, I was actually studying to be a lawyer. As you can see, that turned out very differently. No, I was actually studying to be a lawyer to actually become better at what I do now. I've always wanted to be a mentalist and a magician, and understanding law and business was incredibly important to me. So that's why I've been able to do this since I was 16 without ever having to have a real job. But in doing so, I learned some really interesting techniques that I now use in my work. And one of them is the skill of rapid memorization. Being able to remember an incredible amount of information in a matter of minutes or seconds in some cases. Now, I'm not going to be memorizing anything in front of you. That's not quite what this is about. I'm going to show you something that I learned in using some of these books. So do we have anybody that loves to read or reads often? Be any type of book, it doesn't matter. Yes? Maybe? No? You don't like to read? Books are bad.
I like to read.
You like to read? Okay, very good. I have some books here. I won't ask you to stand, I'll come to you. We have 4 books. You can choose whichever one that you like. There are 4. Which one would you like?
Well, seeing as I can't see what they say.
Oh, you don't have to. Don't judge a book by its cover. just pick one, basically. Pick a book. All right, that's that one right there.
Okay.
That's the baseball one. Just flip through it, make sure it's a book. I mean, all the pages are different, the numbers, etc. Everything look good? It's because it's a book. You know, I wouldn't let you look at it if it was a trick book, if you think about it like that. I'm going to riffle through like this. All you have to do is say stop. Can you read the text clearly on that? It might be kind of small for some people.
Why don't I get
Yeah, grab it. So she's going to say stop at a page and remember the first word on the page and then the page numbers, which are down here at the bottom of the page. So, that's okay. Can you see that normally?
Yes, I can.
You can. Okay. Just call stop when you're ready.
Stop.
Right there. You see that first word on the page right there at the top.
Yeah.
All right, and look at the page number. Don't say it. Got it?
Yep.
Okay, take the book. And we'll just keep that here for now. What was the page number?
138.
Okay, the first word of page 138 of that book is the word shoulders.
Correct.
Shoulders, okay. I'll show you again. Show you again. One more time, just call stop.
Stop.
Right there. You see that word? Different word, I hope?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Page number at the bottom. Don't say it. Just look at it.
Okay.
Got it? Do you mind? Just hold the book, please. What's the page number?
130.
Library.
Yes.
Library. Try it again. Try it again. Call stop when you're ready.
Stop.
Right there. Do you see that word?
Yep.
Okay. Don't worry about the page number. Just think of the word. Think of the first letter. Okay. Think of a food or a fruit that starts with that letter.
Apple.
Appreciate the help. Okay. Does take a challenge out of it a little bit. But think of the second letter. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Think of an animal that starts with that second letter. Don't say it. Just think it. Got it? It's a gorilla?
No, but it was a G.
It was a giraffe.
Yeah.
Giraffe. Okay. Giraffe. The word you're thinking of is the word again.
Yes.
Again. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Give a round of applause. Pick a book. Flip through it. Make sure it's a book. That was quick. As fast as I am. It's good. Okay. Call stop when you're ready. Right there. Do you see that first word? First word. All right. And the page number down there at the bottom.
Need your glasses?
Yes. Got it? Okay, put that book right there. All right, what is the page number?
156.
That's the word anxiously.
Yes.
Anxiously. Do this one more time. Call stop for me. Right there, is it a different word?
Yes.
I have no idea. All right, I'm going to do it again. Right there. See that word?
Yep.
All right, page number at the bottom. Don't say it, just look.
Got it.
Got it? Okay. Was it a 3-digit page number?
Yes.
Give me one of the 3 digits.
0.
Footsteps.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Call stop again for me. There, do you see that word? Got it? Don't worry about the page number. That book over here now is out of play. Think of the first letter.
Got it.
Can you think of a city in the United States that starts with that letter? Thinking of Providence?
No, I wasn't.
Was it start with a P?
Yep.
Start with a P? What was the city?
Philadelphia.
Close enough. Same coast. I don't care. It's good. All right, think of the second letter for me. Good. Think of a food that starts with that letter. Don't say it, just think it. First food that pops into your head.
Donut.
Donuts don't start with E. Also, a PD word would be kind of weird. Is it an E?
Yes.
It's an E? Or it could have been egg, eggplant, something like that. Okay, the word you're thinking of is perhaps? There we go. All right, thank you. I have 2 books left. I'm only going to use one more because we'll be here all day. Would you mind for this one? Okay. Which book would you like? This one? Nobody ever picks Brooklyn Bloodbath. It's a Christmas story. I don't know why.
I would pick the Christmas story.
Flip through it. It's a book. Good. I'll take the book from you. Excuse me. Apologize. It's not part of the show. All right. Call stop when you're ready. Do you see that first word?
Yes.
Good. Don't worry about the page number. Just think of the word. Think of the first letter. Okay. Think of an animal that starts with that letter. Dog?
Yes.
That's quick. Okay. So I assign pictures to letters. It makes me see them better in your head. Because I can't read text in your mind. I can read images. So that's why I say think of something that starts with this letter. Imagine this and that, things like that. So it's easier to see a picture than to see a word that you're thinking of. So if I ask you to think of the second letter, can you think of a color that starts with that letter? Just the first one that pops into your head. No? How about indigo?
Okay. That would work.
Was it an eye?
It was.
Very good.
That's a good word.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Just think the rainbow. Roy G. Biv, right? The eye is indigo.
I was thinking of ice blue, actually.
Ice blue is like, I think it's a Gatorade flavor. Ice blue.
Yeah.
No, well, think of the third letter for me. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, think, let's get, I'm not gonna do food, we did that, we did a city, let's do a country. Can you do a country that starts with that letter?
Yeah.
Spain? Spain, was that it?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's not the word, this is just amazing
Yeah.
before the word. Disregard.
There you go.
Disregard. Perfect. All right, thank you.
Actually, I was smarter than smile.
I'm gonna do one more. One more.
Yeah.
Now, every time I've done this, I've done the first word on every page. The first word on the page. I'm going to have you look at a different word somewhere else on the page, because if I was to really memorize these books, it shouldn't just be the first word on the page numbers. It should be every single word on every page of these 5 books all at the same time. Does that make sense? Okay, so this time I'm going to riffle through, say stop again like you would normally. I want you to look for a big word, lots of letters, as many letters as you can find. Like anxiously would have been a great word because it's got lots of letters, right? But don't pick that if you happen to see it. And this time I'm going to look down at the bottom of the page just to make it different.
I'm going to look at the bottom.
Yeah, I'll give you more instructions as we do it. Say stop when you're ready. Right there, is that good? All right, look at this page. Look at the bottom 2 lines.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, I'll hold it for you like that. So look at the bottom 2 lines and find a really big long word, lots of letters.
Okay.
You got one?
Yeah.
Okay, don't forget it, please.
I'll
All right?
try not to.
Okay. All right. Let's see, I need my black pen. Move my phone out over there. Okay. What do you do for work?
I work for the town.
Work for the town, okay. Were you ever a teacher at some point?
No.
Okay. Did you attend college?
Oh, I take that back. I was a CCD teacher.
You're a CCD teacher,
Yeah.
okay.
You're like reinterrogating.
No, it's all right. This information is important for...
It's important for all of us.
Exactly. The... Kind of an obvious question, but you know the differences between words, noun, verb, adjective, things like that. So if I was to ask you if you know this word is a noun, you'd say yes. Don't say yes, but you can answer that easily, right? Some people don't know, I have to ask. The word you're thinking of, the word from the book, is it a noun? It is. Person, place, or thing, it's pretty obvious. Also makes it easier for me because it's a picture of something. I can see it better than just the word like, perhaps, which is hard to visualize the word perhaps. So, the word you're thinking of, are we looking at a compound word? 2 words that have been pushed together.
Yes.
Okay. I think I know why you were confused. Is there a name in the word?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there's many reasons why I could be confused.
I think that's this one. At least I hope so. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I will place it on the piano. What is the word you were thinking of?
Lumberjack.
Lumberjack. The noun, compound word, lumberjack, and the name, Jack, is in the word, also a pronoun, right? Now, when we first started, do you remember how many books was I using?
4.
It's actually 5, but we never got to the 5th one.
Oh, okay.
There was this one here, it was a dictionary. Just there. Would you mind holding the dictionary, please? So it was lumberjack, right? So what I wrote down is not lumberjack. This is a code that I've kind of created to help me memorize all of these thousands of words. So I know that on a certain page, at a certain level, the word lumberjack is, I think, second from the bottom, right? It wasn't the bottom line, it was the second from the bottom, right? And it would be this code, 183LC1W, all right? Now, there's no way for me to prove that this is lumberjack by me just saying, this is lumberjack. Do you believe me? And I could say it's any word that you just said. But if you were to open to page 183 in the dictionary and go to the left column, first word, what would it be?
Lumberjack.
Lumberjack.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Thank you very much. First, moving on.
I can't wait to see what the chief says.
Okay. This way.
Y'all hold that.
I don't have anybody that should have showed it to you in my surgery.
Yeah, probably my license, social security card.
Credit card.
Everything I have in my wallet is in this envelope. Like that.
Okay. Now, let's, how are we doing on time, Patrice? Are we good, or we still,
Yeah.
we have plenty of time? Okay.
Plenty of time. Did we have a good time?
Is there a gentleman or a woman, it could be, because I know there's at least one woman with this name, named Chris, besides myself? Just any other Chris's? Would your last name start with an F? Is it Furno?
Yep.
Furno, okay. It was bugging me, it got caught in my head. All right. Some of this stuff out of the way. Oh, here it is. That's what I was going to do. And oh, you were born in December as well.
I was.
You were born, okay, this is 27.
Yep, you're right.
And do you have dogs?
Yep. Wow.
She takes care of the town dogs.
Not dogs. I almost wanted to say grandchildren, but that's wrong.
Well, they're
It
cold.
is your grandchild.
Yeah. Is it grand dogs?
Yep,
4 of them.
you're right.
4 of them. And you wrote in green pen?
I did.
You did? Do you still have it?
I do.
There it is, right there. All right. Can I borrow a dollar bill from someone? I'll give it back. Just take it out of your purse, pocket, wallet, whatever it's in. And
And
just
it'll
hold
be
it
bingo
up.
money. Let's go.
Who has it? Anywhere? Anywhere?
Here it is.
Take your time. Take your time. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to take the bill and I'm going to fold it in half so the serial number is on the inside. I'll fold it in half one more time. I'm going to put it into this envelope that actually says bill on it. I have a few envelopes here, so we only need one. Could I give this to you, sir? You're right next to me. I apologize. People that are usually close to me help a lot. So, okay, would you mind taking the bill out of the envelope because I don't want to touch it from here, and I'm going to have you take a look at the serial number on that bill. Okay?
Yep.
Can you see both? There's both numbers. There should be the exact same number, right? All right. There's 2 letters on a serial number, one in the front, one in the back, and then 8 numbers that fill in the middle. Is that correct on that one?
Yes.
Good. The first letter on that bill, please take a look at it. And I'd like you to think of a word, first word that pops into your head that starts with that letter. Got it? The first word that I got in my head was the word house. Am I close?
Yep.
Starts with an H.
Yep.
What is the word you're thinking of?
Hotel.
Hotel. House, hotel, same thing. Look at the last letter. Last letter. Okay, let's try make it easy. Try a color. First color that starts with that letter, just think of it. Oh, blue. Blue. Easy. Blue. Blue. Cyan blue. Makes sense. All right. Look at the first number. So we know the letters are H and B. I'm sorry, H and B. And the first number after the H, look at that for me. Out loud, I'd like you to say any number between 0 and 9. Any number.
7.
7. Not too far away from your number. Your number, I believe, is 5. Very good. Very good. And the next two numbers after that, look at them as a 2-digit number. Okay? And imagine that 2-digit number is an age of a person. Okay? Imagine they're standing right next to me. Okay? Now, what is this person, male or female? It's up to you.
Does it have to be a specific person?
No, not specific. This is an imaginary person, a made-up person.
Sure. Yeah.
Male, okay. What is this man's name?
Tom.
Tom. Very good. And what color is his hair?
Brown.
Brown. Perfect. And this person is how old, based on your number there?
34.
34. 34. 34. Perfect. All right. Next 3 numbers after the 4. Okay. Pick one of the numbers of those 3 and kind of visualize it kind of like rising out between the other 2, like sitting above it. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at an even number. Is that correct?
No.
Odd number, obviously. Oh no, the number in the middle of the 3 numbers is even.
Yes.
It is, okay. And I believe that number is the number 2.
Correct.
Number 2. The number between the 4 and the 2, was that the one you were looking at?
Say that again?
The one that I asked you to like see if you
Yep.
could rise out of the middle. Think of that one for me?
Yep.
Okay. Actually, I believe the number before and after the 2 are the same number.
Correct.
And what are they?
5.
5.
Wow.
5. And how many digits are left? There should be a 2, I believe.
There is a 2 left.
I'm sorry, there should be 2 digits left. I heard nothing.
We've heard.
Yeah. Okay, so I know one of the 2 digits is a 2. That doesn't really help me too much because there's still one missing. And I believe the 2 is before the B.
Correct.
Okay. Right there. And the number between the 5 and the 2. I'm not getting anything. It's not a 0. Oh no, okay, it's another 5. That's why I wasn't getting anything, because it was the same number. Would you mind reciting the entire number from the H all the way to the B nice and loud for me?
H 5 3 4 5 2 5 5 2 B.
Wow.
There you go. I'll take that from you and give it back. Who loaned me the bill? Right there? Take that. Put it into a slot machine, we'll turn it into a solid gold bar. Just kidding. I have no promises on that at all. Okay. All right. Good. Now, are any of you from the South Shore besides Quincy? Anybody else from the South Shore? Just me? Okay. You familiar with the Marshfield Fair? Yep. It's in the South Shore. It's not too far from Plymouth. I spent a lot of my time over the summers at this fair. My family actually worked for this fair for about 60 years. It's the truth. I have it tattooed right on my skin. If you don't believe me, it's right there. And in doing so, this is kind of where I learned and started picking up magic and performing and mentalism and things like that. And one of the first things that I started performing was things with playing cards, as a lot of people do when they start magic or some type of entertainment that's weird in some way. So I have a deck of cards. I'm going to show you something interesting with a deck of cards. Now this is not a pick a card trick. It's not like the classic sleight of hand type thing. This is a little different. This is a mentalist doing card things. I don't want to say tricks because it's the wrong word to use. So first off, we have a deck of cards. Are you familiar with cards? It was Linda, right?
Right.
Linda, can you see all the cards are different?
Yes.
Okay, they're all mixed up as well. They're not in new deck order, ace, 2, 3, 4, nothing like that. There's also no cards that repeat. Like there's not, what is that one? The 5 of clubs, there's not 2 5 of clubs anywhere else in the deck. No, there isn't, and I wouldn't lie to you about that. I'm going to ripple through the pack, and I'm going to ask you to say stop and look at a card. Similar to what we did with the book, but there will be one key difference. All right, would you mind? Just say stop whenever you like. All right, don't say the card. Can you see what it is? Okay, don't say it, just remember it. All right. Think of the color for me. red, right? It's 50-50. Think of the suit. Suit. It's either heart or diamond. It's a heart. Heart. Good. Think of the value now. It's either an odd numbered card or an even numbered card. A jack would be 11, a king is 13. It's an odd numbered card. Odd. It's a 7 of hearts. 7 of hearts. Very good. All right, I'll try it again. Thank you. Do you mind it? Just call stop whenever you like. Right there? Do you see that card?
Yeah.
Don't say it, please. Don't say it. Also a heart,
Right.
but not a 7.
No.
Would you consider it a high card?
Yeah.
Some people wouldn't because it's either a 1 or an 11 if you're playing blackjack, right? You think of an ace of hearts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ace of hearts, very good. All right, and would you mind, Miss Skeptic, just call stop? Right there, do you see that card? Don't say it, please. Just think of it, 4 clubs. That was really fast, thank you. Okay? Do one more. Can I have you, would you mind just say stop, please? Say stop. Whenever you're ready. Right there, do you see that card? Different card, right?
Yeah.
All right, 10 of hearts. Just a guess. All right. Now, take this a step further. See, I've been holding the deck, so that means I'm controlling the cards. So if I was doing some sleight of hand, it would be very easy because I'm saying, say stop whenever you want, and then we stop at a certain card, and then whatever card we stop at. Maybe it's the one that I made you pick. So we're going to change it up, and I'm going to put a rubber band around the deck. Okay? So let me get some people that have not helped me yet. Would you mind doing this? Put the deck in your left hand. Okay? Yep. And see how the rubber band is facing away from you, towards the top? That's so you can open the deck down here easily. So with your right thumb, I want you to break the deck somewhere in the middle. Don't riffle. Just lift up and look at one card. Okay? Got it? Close the deck. Pass it to the gentleman. Same thing. Deck in the left hand. Lift up somewhere in the middle. Look at a card. Got it? Perfect. Pass the deck behind you. I'm sorry, behind you. Let's go that way. Yep. Deck in the left hand. Turn it around. There you go. Right thumb. Lift up somewhere in the middle. Look at a card. Got it? Pass the deck across the table to Chris. Good. Deck in the left hand again. Lift up, look at a card. Got it? That should be enough. Let's just do 4. I'm not going to touch the deck from here, so just put it right in my pocket. Okay? If you looked at a card, I just want you to raise your hand. You don't have to stand up, just raise your hand. Okay? Okay. You did one as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just the last 4. Just the last 4.
See, I know where they
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm not sure, you can put your hands down for now. I'm not sure what order these are in, but I think these are your cards. I've only written down the value in the suit. I didn't draw a picture or anything, so if I did the 8 of clubs, it would be 8C, like that. All right, like I said, I'm not sure what order these are in, but we need to determine whether or not they're yours. So I'm asking you to put your hands up again, and do not drop them, move them, or slide them in any way.
Now?
Yeah, right now. There you go. Keep your hands up for now. All right. If I say your card, do nothing. Keep a complete poker face. Perfect. All right. Here we go. The cards that I have are these ones: the 3 of hearts, 6 of spades, Jack of diamonds, and the Ace of spades. If I said your card, put your hands down.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
See you next time.
Take care. So we just have just 2 more things, and I think we're getting close to time here, which is good because I only have 2 more things. One's kind of a fun one that I don't do that often, and it just uses a little wallet and a deck of cards. Actually, 2 decks of cards, and it's kind of interesting. So I'm going to show you this. There's 2 packets of cards. I call one the left packet and one the right packet. I'm going to do this on the chair. You don't have to be able to see the chair, so don't worry. These guys over here, plus you guys can see it as well, right? All right, so we have a left packet here and a right packet on this side. So that goes over there. Now, both of these packets contain 15 cards. Each card has a representative, a mate, the exact match in the opposite packet. So there are 15 pairs that match. And the interesting thing about these pairs is that they are comprised of socks. Different socks. Okay? And so this pack here, and I'm sorry, this card here and this card here do not match. It's a miss. All right? So these ones don't match, although very fun socks. So I'm going to put these down here, just like that. It was Linda, right? Linda. I'm going to start turning over pairs of socks. They probably won't match because they've been shuffled. But what I'd like you to do is, as I'm turning them over, I want you to, and you can see that they're all different, right? Everybody else can't, but you can. All right? You can just call stop whenever you want.
Stop.
Right there? Okay. Is that fair? Okay. You stopped at these two socks. It's a purple one with stars, and yellow and top and bottom, and a yellow one with green stripes and yellow polka dots, just like that. Okay. Now, so let's put these to the side for now. As you can see here, the rest of them, and you're watching here, these ones don't match, just like that. I'm showing you all of them, so you know that we're not cheating here. Okay. So put these back, just like that. So the card that you picked, the ones that you stopped on, free choice, was this one and this one.
Correct.
Now, I have a habit of wearing kind of wild socks. The only thing is I usually don't wear two socks that are completely different.
Right.
Except for today. Because you picked a purple one and this one, and I have a purple one here and a green one. So the crazy thing is they're on the right feet too. This is this one, this is this one. They don't switch either, so that's bizarre. So we have two matching socks, two matching socks. That's pretty cool. But the weird thing is once you make one pair match, take a look. Won't move the packs. Right over here. So there's, remember they were all mixed up. None of them matched.
Right.
What? Now there's one match there, one match there, one match there, one match there. And you guys can't see, but they all match. One match there, one match there, 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 and there.
Wow.
It's my sock trick. You like that? You didn't see nothing. Okay. All right.
But that's still good.
I'm still wearing the socks you stopped at. They don't go away, you know. It's not rub-on socks. Okay. So there was one final thing, and this is literally it. Oh, here's my pen. I need some numbers. I'm a big fan of numbers. I love math, calculations, things like that. I used to do a lot more of it in my shows, but now I do a lot more like with the question thing and the facts. So we need some numbers. So I need 3 people to come up here for just a minute and write down some numbers. You're right there. Would you mind? I want you to write down a 4-digit number. Okay? All right. Print it right there. I can see it. Okay. So don't
Oh, you
worry.
can see
I
it?
can see it. Yep.
Can it be different?
Yeah. Make it as different as you like. Just don't do negative numbers. So. Perfect. Pick one other person that can come up here and help me. How about John?
All right, John.
John. Very good. John, would you mind? Give John a round of applause, guys. John, you're the artist here. I want you to write down some numbers. You can't see hers. I'm going to cover it up because I don't want you to be influenced by it. 4 numbers, all different. Go ahead. Oh, good. This is going to work. Thank you. John, pick one other person. How about Chris? No, that's Linda.
Oh,
Yeah.
where's Chris?
Right there.
Chris.
Did you know? I mean, okay. Come on
I
up,
wouldn't
Chris.
have responded.
That's okay. That's okay. 4 numbers, all different. Okay. You don't have to do 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 1, 1, 1. Just don't make it obvious. Okay. Don't do the last 4 of your phone number. Okay. Print it right there. Perfect. Thank you very much. Can I have a seat? And let's try one more. Actually, you know what, Patrice? Since you have your phone out, can you open up your calculator? And would you mind just standing right there for me? I'm going to have you add up these numbers. So don't say them yet. Just type them right into the calculator.
As holes.
Yeah, this 4-digit number plus that 4-digit number plus that one. And then add. Yep. In total. Okay, don't say it. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, take a screenshot of that so we don't lose it.
Like they're not gonna trust me.
And tap the picture, click done, save to photos, and then lock your phone right there. Don't turn your calculator off, just lock your phone. Okay, and would you mind just sitting right there for just a second? Now, right at the beginning of the show, I handed out that blue envelope. You've been guarding it with your life, sir. I appreciate that. Would you mind coming up for just a second? I don't want to touch it here, okay? So this is all you. I want you to stand right there if you don't mind. And on the back, you'll notice a piece of duct tape. It's black duct tape. Just grab it by the end there, and just like a zipper, straight across.
Like being a white.
Got the Band-Aid.
Perfect. I'll take that from you. Thank you. All right. Inside is a piece of paper. It's a little prediction that I made. You can take it out, but don't unfold it. Okay. Is there anything else inside the envelope? No?
No.
Very good. We'll leave that there in case anybody doesn't believe me. So I wrote down a number. I didn't write it down. I actually printed it off my computer and stuck it into an envelope, sealed it with duct tape, and it's right there. What was the total that you had, Patrice?
10,319.
10,319. That sounds about right. Let's open this up, but don't open it completely. I just want you to flip it around this way. All right? And I'm going to have you read out, oh, this way, sorry. Read out that part if you don't mind. Don't open the whole thing yet.
You want me to read the top?
Yes, please.
Today in Douglas, Mass, a series of random numbers will give us a completely unique total. If all goes according to plan, that total should be...
What was it again, Patrice?
10,319.
Oh my God.
It's not just 10,319. This is a number that you all thought of as a group. It could have been any three people, right? Hold that for me if you don't mind.
Oh my God. It's today's date.
Holy shit.
I'm going to have to bleep that out. The number that you all thought of, 10,319, is 10-319, or October the 3rd, 2019. That is today's date. That is today's show. Thank you so much for watching. So thank you guys again. I hope you had a good time. I appreciate you watching the show. And thank you also to my helpers today, especially my two officers here. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the hard work you do. Give them a round of applause. Have a good night, guys.